solely their own and do not represent the views or opinions of Blind United. We strive to provide diverse perspectives and discussions on our platform, but the opinions expressed should be understood as personal viewpoints and not reflective of Blind United as an organization.
Let's get ready to rumble! Y'all ready for this?
Well, good Monday morning to everyone, and welcome to another edition of Coffee Time with Blind United. I am Ed, and I'm joined in the studio today. I got Brittany with me. Good morning, Britt.
Good morning, Ed.
And then we got my brother Pedro with us.
Good morning, everybody.
Good job pressing those buttons, Pedro, in the background, doing the different things that you're doing.
So anyway, y'all, this is like our fifth week of the month, whatever. So we don't really have any interest groups today. So bottom line, we're just gonna jump into, just different current events, conversation, whatever, So a lot of different things in the news with, the election and all this other kind of stuff going on. And so anyway, we're just going to see where these conversations take us today. I know one thing I did want to touch on is get this stuff kind of out the way a little bit. I've been finding that for whatever reason within our community, I don't understand why, but these different organizations, and it ain't just the major organizations, it's even the smaller, more local, whatever, right? I don't know why everybody wants to be in competition with each other. I mean, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I mean, we're all blind. We're all trying to, strive for the same thing, equality, equal access, all that other kind of stuff. But for whatever reason, everybody wants to act like they want to operate independently. They don't, they don't want to work together. They don't see the vision of one voice. If you want to go there, right? I mean, I've reached out to several different organizations and, hey, look, man, we can do this together. If we do it together, we can make it happen. But, individually, we're just one little small piece of the overall puzzle, right? But if we all start working together, now we're all part of the same puzzle and we can make this thing work. But for whatever reason, oh, yeah, that sounds good. Oh, yeah, I hear what you're saying, whoop, whoop, whoop. And then, they just do their own thing. And then next thing you know, you hear that they talking boo-boo about you or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And, hey, you know what? I just want to say it this way. I'm not in competition with anybody. Blind United is not in competition with anybody. Y'all can be in competition with us if you want to. That's your business. But just know that Blind United is not in competition with anybody, and we're willing to work with any other blind organization that's out there. As long as we're, you're willing to work with us, we're willing to work with you, So, I mean, again, together we can make stuff happen. Standing alone, you'd just be standing alone over there by yourself. So,
yeah, guys. Yeah, we're in one sense, we're a small community, and then in the sense of being an individual in that community, it is a large community. We do got different organizations, and we should be able to coincide, get along, and things like that. You know what I mean? And strive for a better way. You know, one voice get things done. You know, even in Washington, you know, one voice to get things done, to get things moved for the blind community, not just for a certain three-letter organization. You know what I mean? Or any other organization. We're doing it for the blind people. That's what
Right.
it. That's the job. That's what we do, and that's what we strive for. Even in our scholarships, doing our fundraising, or just having a event. You know. So you know.
I mean, all of our interest groups and stuff, everything there is designed, to help people, move forward. I mean, to get training. Again, everything we do is free. You can't say that about other organizations. I mean, a lot of other organizations, either they're either they're charging or they're going out and they're getting grants, and now they're required to, provide a certain service or whatever, But
Yeah,
I
whatever
mean,
the terms may be.
to me, it just doesn't make any sense to be in competition with each other. Again, it just, if we all work together, then we all know what each other's doing. We all stay in our lane. You know what I'm saying? We all stay where we have our own, unique ability.
Our niche is what you're
Yeah, our
trying to say.
niche, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, because we're working together now, we can also support one another. you know. But everybody wants to be, like I said, independent. They want to think that, oh, no, I'm the best at what I do. And well, maybe you are the best at what you do, but you're only best in that one category.
And why not
You know,
share it? You
you
know,
know.
when
I mean, again, it's all about the community. I mean, I'm not against anybody making money or whatever, but at the same time, what about the people that don't qualify? What about the people that, they don't deserve services? They don't deserve to learn how to do, screen readers or iPhones or whatever. They don't deserve to participate in any social activities. All this other kind of stuff. I mean, you by trying to stand alone, you actually end up segregating yourself from the rest of the community.
That is very true.
So if you want to stand over there, just deal with your one little group of people and think that you can survive, and become, something major with, a little small group of people. Hey, if that's your goal, if that's your, your game plan, your business plan, whatever, go for it. Mine, Blind United, is not that. Ours is as the name says, we're Blind United. We're trying to unite our community. We're trying to bring our community together as one so that we can all achieve what we need. And we don't all need the same thing. We all need different things, So that's the kicker right there. See, everybody wants to stand up for this one thing over here that they think they need, but they don't realize even the people in your group, not everybody needs that. Some of the people in your group need other stuff. Are you going to support them when they need what they need, even though that's not at the forefront of your priorities? That's part of the problem right there. Regardless what a person needs, if they need it to achieve, then we back them up. You know what I'm saying? We do what we can to help them get what they need. So again, I just had to put that out there, because again, I don't have any problems working with any other people. So on that note, I'm going to share a little information. Who is that? I don't know. Do you know what it is off the top, Brittany? This circus thing?
Circus thing.
Okay, I guess not. Yeah, for the Diamond Club. Okay,
Nope.
so one of the organizations that we work with is called the Diamond Club. They're more of a social thing. They go out and they do a lot of different stuff together. They do cruises and other kind of stuff like that. Well, they'll be going to Vegas here shortly.
Oh yes, on September.
Yeah, 16th through the 18th, and coming back on the 19th. Okay, so they're going to be staying at Circus Circus. They got a pretty good
Deal.
they got room rates. I think the whole trip is going to cost like $100 and something bucks. Okay, it's $134 a person for that trip, minus your transportation to and from. So, a couple options to do that: make a bus or fly, whatever the case may be. But bottom line, if it's you like take a trip to Vegas here in September, mid September, reach out to just shoot me an email at info@blindunited.org, and I'll put you in touch with the folks at Diamond Club, and we can get you on that list, and they can tell you what you need to do to book your room and all that stuff, where they're going to be at the same time they're going to be there, and all that good stuff. So again, that's just an effort. Like I said, we're not trying to exclude anybody. We're trying to work with whoever is willing to work with us, and that's one of the groups that we do work with. So
Sounds like a great time. Sounds like a good time. I also received the email and I was looking at it. I was discussing it with my better half also, and I was like, "What a Vegas trip! Hey, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas."
I mean, at this point, I mean, don't get me wrong. Hopefully, last time I was at Circus Circus, it was it's one of the older hotels up on the Strip. The Strip is no longer like it used to be. A lot of the hotels have moved off of the Strip and all spread out and all that kind of stuff. So, but I mean, when you go to Vegas nowadays, it's more about, okay, you got a room at Circus Circus. That ain't where you're going to spend all your time. I mean, you can do some stuff there, but everything else is reasonable to get to. I mean, I think most of the street activity and all that kind of stuff now is back downtown where it was back in the beginning, right? Down on Fremont Street. So again, it's not hard to get down there. It's easy to get down. They got free buses you can jump on and hop on, hop off kind of bus, or you can just grab a cab or an Uber or whatever and go straight to your destination. It ain't no big issue. We've done it 1,000 times. It's cool. So again, if you want to go hang out in Vegas for a few days, get at us. Let us know and we'll plug you in with the folks at Diamond Club and get you guys signed up for that. So, and then of course, we got our casino trip coming up. It ain't Vegas, but we're going to Viejas Casino. We got about another week left for those that may want to go. Again, we're going to Viejas on August the 9th, which is a Friday. We have 2 pickups, 2 buses. We have a bus that's leaving out of Montclair, so that one covers like East LA and West San Bernardino, whatever, the train right there, all of that good stuff. I mean, that bus is actually going to have 2 pickups, one at Montclair and another one out here at the Lighthouse in San Bernardino. Again, and then we got the bus that Pedro's running out there in Buena Park. That one again, Buena Park is a Walmart right there. It's LA Access goes there. All that good stuff is, both buses are supposed to, between 8:30 and 9:30, we'll be on the road, right? And we're all going to hook up when we get down to Viejas, down towards San Diego. It's only $21 per person. I mean, the casino was cool right across the street. They got an outlet center, so Again, whether you're gambling or you like to go shopping, whatever, come on, hang out with Blind United. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, we got folks on that bus from, again, my whole point, Blind United, we're trying to work together. We got NFB folks on there. We got CCB folks on there. We got Lighthouse folks on there. We got Braille folks on there. You know what I'm saying? We got folks from many different smaller or whatever organizations, whatever level you want to call them here around LA. And it ain't about what organization we're representing. We're just a bunch of blind folks going to hang out and have some fun, right? That's what that's what the goal of the day is. Just to go hang out and have some fun. You know what I'm saying? Show the world that blind folks get out there and do stuff as well. We're just out there trying to live our best life. So, but anyway, if you would like to do that, you'd like to go down to VA House with us. Again, just reach out, info@blindunited.org, and we get you plugged in. Just indicate in your email, which bus you would like to get on, Montclair or Buena Park, and then we can get you get you plugged in. So, all right. Well, I guess I'm through with Blind United stuff. So, y'all want to move on to some current events? So, unless you got anything you want to add to what I said.
I just wanted to talk about You Cane Give. Can you imagine not having a cane, Pedro?
Yeah, I know. It's crazy if you don't have a cane in your hand.
Well, there are people in third world countries who do not have access to a cane, Pedro. So if you would like to donate to You Cane Give, you can visit their website, youcanegive.org. That website again is youcanegive.org. And Jimmy has been all over the world giving out canes to people who can't get canes. Not only do they get a cane, wait, there's more. They get a little solar-powered device that has O&M instructions on it for the person, and they also get cane. They get some cane cord. They get supplies to fix the cane just in case it breaks, because
Wow.
third world countries. They can't just go to Braille and get a new cane. They can't just order one on Amazon. So youcanegive.org,
Yeah.
guys.
Oh, wow.
And if you want
Okay.
if you guys want to donate another way, you can go to customcane.com, and on Custom Cane's website, they have all types of canes and cane accessories. So they got cane holsters, they got cane lights, they've got different cane tips. And if you want to get a cane, you want to put your favorite team, go Broncos, whatever you want to do, favorite color, favorite marshmallow tip, tapping tip, metal tip, all the tips. He's got everything. So customcane.com, and that's custom with a K, guys.
All right, Britt, I know where to go to get my Cowboys cane.
That's right.
Customcanes.com, guys.
Right, and see, that's another great example. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna point it out wherever I can. Where again, Blind United, Jimmy's doing his thing back in Tennessee. I support Jimmy and what he's doing. Why? He's trying to help other blind folks around the world. Right? That's what we do as a community. We're supposed to try to help one another. Blind United, again, united, we can make it happen. Standing alone, it's a rough world when you're standing out there alone. So again, go visit Jimmy, youcanegive.org. The only thing that Brittany didn't throw in there is how this all got started. If you have a broken, used cane that you don't use anymore, worn out, the cord ain't no good, whatever, extra cane, that's how this all really got started. You can donate your cane. If you know any of us out in the streets with Blind United, just drop it off with any one of us. If you see us out there, we'll take your cane. You can get at me. You can get at Blind United, info@blindunited.org. I'll get you a shipping label. You can go to Jimmy's website, like you said, youcanegive.org, and you can download a shipping label from him. It's all going free matter for the blind. It ain't gonna cost you nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just grab that old raggedy cane, that extra cane, whatever. throw it in the envelope, and then put that stripping label on it, and drop it off at the post office, whatever. He don't care if it takes a week to get there. So what, right? I mean, eventually when he gets it, he's going to refurbish it. He's going to pack it up, and he's going to take it to a third world country and give it to somebody that wouldn't be able to get a cane any otherwise. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to help our community. So.
Yeah, I mean, Blind United is all about helping the community. We are pro-blind. We don't care who you vote for, what religion you are, what color you are. Just as long as you're blind, we want to help you. Even if you're not blind, we want to help you. And with that being said, Tisha said good morning. So good morning, Tisha. Thank you for watching us.
Who was that, Britt?
Pedro, you might want to play the commercial. I don't know.
Who was that?
That's what I was about to do, but Tisha, and
oh, okay. Hey, Tish. Good morning.
Yep. And we're gonna move on, and we'll be back to some current events and stuff like that.
If you'd like to know more about Blind United, you can visit our website at blindunited.org. You can email us at info@blindunited.org. You can call us at 909-846-8825. You can follow us on Instagram at Blind United Interest Groups. You can follow us on X at Blind United 22. You can watch our YouTube channel, Blind United. You could join our Facebook group, Blind United Interest Groups, or you can follow our Facebook page, Blind United.
Feeling lucky? Join Blind United for a thrilling day at Viejas Casino and Resort. Slaw Machine. Mark your calendars for Friday, August 9th. We're rolling out from 2 locations, Montclair and Buena Park at 9 a.m. sharp, so don't be late. For just $21, you can enjoy a ride filled with fun, refreshments, and the chance to win big. Remember, space is limited, and the deadline for your payment is July 20th. All bookings are non-refundable after July 20th. Bring your poker face and your ID and get ready for a day of excitement and entertainment. No worries about the drive. We've got you covered. You can just relax there and back. Book your spot now. Contact Cheryl at 909-821-9589, see Thurston74@gmail.com, or Pedro at 323-631-2122, P. Aguilera at blindunited.org. Let's hit the jackpot together. You can sell your payments to Blind United Incorporated by using the email blindunited2022@gmail.com.
Well, and again, don't pay attention to the cutoff date in that commercial. Again, we're low budget. We can't afford to do another commercial, so.
I gotta get on that.
No, don't trip on it, man. It's almost over now. We got till next week.
You know what we just did too? We just did a commercial for You Can't Give. That Brittany, how she did it right now, I'm gonna clip all that and make it a commercial.
Right.
So, that was pretty good.
But again, so the cutoff date is the 6th, which is actually next Tuesday. So, like I said, if you want to go hang out with us, please reach out. It promises to be a fun day. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy it every time I go down there. I know that. So, get at us.
Times too. Pretty nice, pretty good. You know, they got a little restaurant. Well, like a bar restaurant, I guess you could say. You know, they got their little menu there. Then across the street is cracking over there too. You know, they got things going on over there. They got a lot of stores. They got a lot of restaurants right there. They got a patio set up right there so you can sit down also and get some fresh air. It's more down south, so it's gonna be a little cooler. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, down towards San Diego area. So
So
hopefully it'll be better weather down there that day. You know, I've been down there when it was hot, but I mean, as long as you were standing in the shade, you were okay. But standing out in that sunlight, woo, Lord.
Okay.
So, but that's your goal, because it is an outdoor mall. If that's where you're going, over to the outlet center, it is outdoor, so you will be outside going from store to store. So on that note, make sure you got you some sunscreen or whatever protect that skin. Especially you ladies want to keep it nice and soft for us. You know what I'm saying? So uh, uh, maybe I shouldn't have said that, but oh well. You're keeping it 100, right?
Disclosure in the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah. So, but yeah,
Yes.
again, it's going to be a lot of fun. So,
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, and you gotta do take care of your skin. I put some sunscreen too, but we got some current events in the news today that a lot. I think we got a lot of buzz. Ed, have you been reading the news a little bit? Have you been hearing what's going on out there
I
with the?
mean, well, one of the sad things that's just popped up the other day is for those that use it. I'm one that do. I use it for reviews and as far as my apps and stuff like that are concerned. For anybody that's familiar with Apple Vis, it was basically a newsletter website dedicated to the blind community and the apps and stuff that are go through Apple and stuff like that. And they give their ratings, they give awards, different types of things like that. It was really a great resource. Well, the gentleman that has been heading it all up, he's had a few health issues come up, and bottom line, he's not going to be able to do it anymore. And then something I really touched home for me is when I read the newsletter, and what's going on, he basically man, he didn't delegate enough, authority to other people. He didn't have people, he kept everything kind of centralized, under his control. And he just don't, so when it comes to a lot of the, how we want to call it, production, editing staff or whatever, publishing and of all the different stuff, he kept all that stuff centralized up under himself. And bottom line, he just don't have enough time for everybody to get up to speed before he needs to leave. And so they got to go away. They got to go away. That's a great resource. I hate to see them go. I want to thank them for all the years that I've been paying attention to what they've been doing. They've helped me with a lot of different apps and let me know if they're worthy or not. Tell you what's going on as far as updates and the new apps or an older app and what you can expect and all that other kind of stuff. So again, Pedro's a lot more experienced with them. He's a lot more techie than I am for sure. So I mean, I'm
Yeah, I dip my hands
as well.
into their database. They have even Mac apps and stuff like that. They have small tutorials too on how to get your Mac up and started. Even your iPhone, they have little tutorials you could go and read up on and stuff like that. They have a blog section like Ed said that they do reviews. They sometimes even report bugs and stuff like that. And you get to interact and see what's going on. And you got the newsletter that comes in your email in your inbox. You also I come across them on Facebook sometimes. They're quick to break something like that. I be like, oh wow, like they got it quick, and it's regarding the blind community and things like that. And I like their setup, how they have it when even you're browsing for accessible apps, you have sections and categories like productivity, even games. This is where I go dip in and look for games for iOS and stuff like that, and that's how I found the what is it? The Blindfold game series, um, so that they have that has several different games, even racing for the blind and stuff like that. If you're interested, and that's where I found that out from is Apple Viz and other things like that. And they have so many different apps right there. that you could dip in and all kinds of stuff, like, that you would think, because it's a lot of apps that are accepting voiceover now, that are taking voiceover, and then voiceover has a couple new features for those that are intermediate and advanced. There's like the screen recognition. That's a whole other type of voiceover, and the way you would utilize voiceover. And maybe I get into that, in one of my classes. But they have all types of different categories, and you could dive deep into their database, honestly. And it's a shame that they are coming to an end. And man, I would like them to still continue, because they do put out good content. That was a good resource
Yeah.
for us in the blind community to go and find out things from them. And I seen a couple of their names right there, the editors and stuff like that. And I seen him involved in other projects and stuff like that. But this is one of his babies, you could say. And kept it crawling instead of letting it stand up and walk on its own. you know
Right, right,
and
right,
it's a
right.
shame, because it's a really great resource when it comes to iOS, Mac OS, Watch OS, and other platforms that Apple uses.
Right. Anything Apple related, voiceover related,
Mm-hmm.
it was there. You could find it there. So, I mean, I'm kind of hoping that the website itself doesn't go away, because there's a lot of good information there. I mean, it won't. I'm assuming that it won't. There won't be a lot of new information added, but there's still a lot of great information there. Especially for the next. For for now. I mean, who knows in the foreseeable future what's going to happen, because everything is constantly changing, evolving, and whatever. So with nobody being there to keep everything up to date. But for those right now, I mean, within the next 5 to 6 months, man, if you need some information, it'll probably still be good to you over there. So, on another one, I don't know. I seen another email today. We've been talking about this for quite a while. How AI is really, having a large impact in our community, and one of the major ones we use more commonly, anyway, amongst folks is Be My AI. I mean, like I said, a little over a year ago, we thought it was just totally amazing to be able to get a description from a photo, a detailed description. And then not only that, be able to ask questions about the image, and have it come back to us real, real quick. So, we found that in AI, the AI itself is not really aware of the blind community. It doesn't really have a lot of information about the blind community. So therefore, a lot of the responses you get from various AI models, they're just ignorant about the blind community. So Be My Eyes is coming out with a new terms of service. I mean, again, you can opt out of any of it. That's the first thing I noticed when I was reading the newsletter. You can opt out of all of this, but if you're trying to help, then they got a piece in there like Be My Eyes started off with all volunteers. For those that may not know, it was an app. You could dial them up, and you could get a live person on the other end. And ain't no telling where they might be at in the world. But they did do a good job of making sure that you only got to speak with folks that could speak the same language as you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's
That was a revolution right there in itself, right
right,
there.
right
A
there.
free
I mean,
tool.
a free tool. I mean, where you could just dial up any time of the day or night, just get a live volunteer to help you get through whatever it was. I mean, don't get me wrong. These folks are not trained. They're just volunteers, just allies, just
Hmm.
people that want to help, right?
all
And
over the world and stuff
all
like
over the world. I mean, because why? Blind people are all over the world, and they like, it's just an American thing. We're all over the world, just like everybody else, right? It's all nationalities, all faiths, all genders, everything. We
we in
blindness
there.
blindness does not discriminate. Okay, so
Mm-mm.
but anyway, so what they're going to be starting to do is they're going to start using some of those recordings, because those interactions with the live volunteers are actually recorded. So they're going to start using some of those recordings to help the AI model for us, especially within Be My Eyes, and try to get that into the main data thing. I mean, I'm not an expert on this, Pedro. And Brittany are a lot more sharper with it than I am, but I do know that Be My AI uses Chat GBT. I mean, right now, I believe they're using a 4.0. I think when the new one comes out, it should be out any time now, where you'll be able to interact with the live video. I believe that one is going to be the Chat GBT point, was it 4.0 minus or something like that? It's supposed to
Negative
be,
40.
okay, negative 4.0, whatever.
Yes, yes. And yeah, I understand that they want to train the model and stuff like that. And yeah, that's a good thing. And I was reading to the terms and conditions, and they will uh if it's personal data or like things like that, it's getting clipped out. So they're not just gonna dump the whole video into the model. I think they're
Right,
taking a script and they're cutting things that don't need to be there, and then gonna train the model from what's happening in the script and what to recognize. Because when I do get a picture description and stuff from Be My Eyes, and I look, I love Be My Eyes, but even something that I like and use, I will criticize when it needs to be criticized because it can improve and they improving. And how would you improve if you don't know you need improvement? So in that note, every time I get descriptions and stuff like that, I have to remind within Be My Eyes that I'm blind. I don't know the back ends in how if they pre-prompt it and stuff like that, or it's just you do it, but mostly I prompt it, and sometimes I even tell it to concentrate on this and to remember that I am blind, to give me descriptions of visual elements and stuff like that. And then it comes out, it gives me better descriptions, but it's like a child. You gotta train, you gotta teach it. And right now, you gotta think about it. When it loads up and gives you a description, think about it like a blank slate. Be like, okay, let's see if I can get a better description. Let me give it a little more details of what was the scene. And I got a nice description for my better half. Shout outs to Monica, love you, baby. But she got a plain description. I prompted the AI, gave it the names, and I told it to concentrate like on a vehicle, and it described us, our outfit, my watch, I don't know. It did all that, the colors, and then it described it was a 1957 bomba is what we call it in Spanish. It was all red with the silver trimming, the circle lines with the was all chromed out. It was all chromed out and red. So pretty cool, And then we got that description and put it like I think she put it on Facebook, I think. And pretty dope, that you're able to, control it and get the information that you want. It was giving me the background and all this other stuff, but I'm like, these are the elements that I want to get a description from. And I
right,
prompted to give me those details. And I specified to give me especially the details like of the car, because I like cars, I love cars and stuff like that, and stuff like that. So for those that are wondering where we saw these cars, we went to a car show this weekend that just passed, and it was pretty nice. It was pretty dope. So we hanged out, saw a all pink Cadillac. You know?
I remember your daughter said, "Oh, no, Dad, I just called it a Barbie Cadillac because it's pink."
Yeah, yeah. I was like, guys, it's a Barbie, car. And she was like, no, no, Dad, it was just all pink. Oh my, like, baby girl, baby girl. Yeah, it was funny.
I mean, but again, being able to have the technology, to, like I said, take a picture of something and get that description, then actually go in and even ask more detailed descriptions about it. And then again, within the very, very near future, being able to, just basically have a conversation with the AI and say, okay, describe the car that's right in front of me, or what cars do you see in front of me, and it'll give you one. You say, okay, well, describe that pink Cadillac to me, or describe that purple, 64 Impala, or whatever the case may be.
And talking about that, folks, I've been looking. Y'all know me. I'll be all over the place. And Ed, remember the discussion we was having about glasses that are not just Meta, but just regular glasses with the cameras and all that
Right.
that the phone can just use. Well, I think they have a pair coming out. So if this live video thing happens where like Be My Eyes and these glasses, if the iPhone lets them, because you know how iPhone sometimes is, if iPhone ends up, able to use these and we could use it as a third party camera type thing and we could sync it up or link it up with Be My Eyes and that feature, oh man, that's some new ball game right there that I want to test out if we are able to do that. You
Right.
know?
I mean, it just makes a whole lot more sense than walking around with your phone hanging on a lanyard on your chest or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
It,
yes,
it
it
just
does.
makes a lot more sense to, have a pair of wearables, And again, folks they're showing. I mean, come on, spy folks have been doing this forever. You know what I'm saying? Hidden cameras in the glasses or whatever. So it's not like it can't be done. It ain't like just because you got a camera in your glasses, got to be some big old gaudy, ugly kind of situation. I mean, you can create a nice, image.
Hmm.
I mean, a nice pair of glasses, that people want to wear with a camera in it, right? I
Hmm.
mean, whether it's got the all the other stuff with it or not, as far as being able to what are like the Envision glasses or whatever, where it's got the speaker in it, the Meta glasses got the speaker in it. I
Hmm.
don't really need. That's not as important to me, especially if I'm wearing earbuds or something like that. It'd be nice to have, but at the same time, that's not as to me as important as having just a damn
You
camera
know,
that can plug into my Bluetooth to my phone, and I can use
yeah.
whatever app, whether I'm using Be My Eyes or whether I'm doing a FaceTime call to my family, whatever. If I just need help, I can just, do whatever. As long as I got this camera on my face, I can, call and get whatever type of help I need, whether it's from an app or, my people or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, yeah, that is true. Also, it would have been nice. Like the speakers, I don't really need. They had some bone condensing type of thing in the legs, that'd be dope because you get them like headphone
Right.
coming into your ear and it's more private. These speakers on these wearables, remember that if you're in public space and they're
Right.
loud, they will be able to hear them. And they got some good speakers, the Meta glasses, I ain't gonna lie. I know they got some Bose bumping ones that you just bump and hear music or however. If you just want turn by turn directions and stuff like that, I think those would be pretty good too. These other ones that are coming out, I forgot the brand they are. I'm gonna get more information on them, but um, it seems like they're gonna start coming out to the market. We're gonna see how those go. Those doesn't seem like they're tethered to just one type of company. Um, it seems like we'd be able to use it probably with the camera app, Be My Eyes, even Seeing AI and other applications like that. Um, and it might be a replacement to those type of Ira glasses that they they used to sell. You could probably buy a pair of these and have multiple functions with one pair of glasses, and you're not tethered to a certain company or a certain application.
Right. We know that Ira is willing to work with anybody. This, I mean, they already tried to do glasses, and it doesn't fit their business model, even though they need it. But again, so they're willing to work with anybody, whether it be Envision, Meta, whatever.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing
Uh,
is, the problem with what happened with Ira, well, from my opinion, is because they were coming into a market and they're just marketing to blind people, so that smaller pool. These glasses are gonna be marketed for everybody, but I think we'll be able to utilize them in our community. And if Ira would have done that, probably, and they could have probably moved on that, but who knows? I'm just saying they
but
didn't have
again,
that
who
market,
else
you know?
uses I? But who else uses Ira but blind the community? Nobody else
Yeah.
uses it,
Mhm.
right? So, I mean, again, plus wearables like that was a relatively new thing, and it was
Yes.
really really expensive to produce and all that kind of stuff. So more and more people are getting into that type of technology. So again, I can see that coming down the road really really soon. I mean, I truly believe that I'm not the only one that's saying, you know what, look, I don't need 5 pairs of glasses. Just give me one pair of glasses I can hook up to my phone and I'm good, right?
Mhm.
I mean, just like, I mean, come on. How many different types of earbuds can you buy? You don't have to buy just Apple. There's, I don't know how many different
Mhm.
manufacturers out there that sell earbuds, right?
And good
And,
ones at that.
and good ones. So therefore, again, the same thing. All it is just it's an auxiliary camera. It's really all it is. If you can do it through the camera on your phone, then you should be able to buy a pair of wearables that has that auxiliary cameras in your glasses or whatever.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm blind. I don't care. You can put my camera right where my lenses are. I really don't care. But I mean, well, I guess I do. I ain't trying to look that crazy, but
And that note, folks, maybe not, because if we want these glasses to get off the ground, we need them to be advertised to regular folks also.
right, right. And we need them to be, I mean, they ain't got to be super fashionable. We ain't got to have Gucci glasses and none of that kind of stuff. We just don't need them to be, bulky and ugly. That's all.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that's true. And that's true. I had the chance to put on the Meta glasses, done a couple tests a little bit. Man, we were at a event and it was loud with a live band, and we put on those glasses and we recorded. Good quality. From what I'm hearing, it got several mics on it and stuff like that. So, you know, if you're into meta stuff, and that goes with Facebook, Instagram, and whatever they got their hands on, I think is WhatsApp and a few
yeah.
others. They might work for all those applications. Might, because sometimes you know how companies still need to combine their systems and fuse together and stuff like that. And you know,
Uh,
hopefully it do work. I haven't had that deep knowledge of them because I personally I wanted these glasses that are gonna come out. That's gonna it seems like they're gonna be able to work with any application. Um, but moving on that, a couple another news stories are they want to expand the Supreme Court. Ed, have you heard about this today?
well, I mean, they're looking at doing a couple different things. Number one, Biden is not that he really has time to do it, but he's going to at least put it forward, and it'll be, within Congress and stuff. It'll just be up to the next Congress to kind of pick it up. This Congress, for sure, is not going to push it through. But Biden is suggesting term limits of 18 years for Supreme Court justices rather than their lifetime appointment that they now have. I think that's a good thing. I mean, I'm sorry, just like you don't want Biden as a 82-year-old president, I'm sorry, I don't want an 82-year-old Supreme Court justice. I mean, sorry. I mean, I'm getting old myself. So, I mean, I'm not trying to discriminate against older people. Just when you get older, you just kind of get set in your ways and you're not really up to date with, the more modern way of thinking about certain stuff. So
Yeah,
that's one way. And then on
and
the flip side of that, I'm gonna give it to you in just a minute, Pedro.
go ahead.
On the flip side of that, there's been I forget his name, but there's another congressman that has introduced a bill to expand the Supreme Court to 13. So he'd be adding 4 more justices, which actually makes sense because we have right now 13 federal districts, whatever you want to call them, right? And we only have 9 justices. So, I mean, where the Supreme Court is, you would think that they would get a lot more work done, but they average about 60, 70 cases a year right now. But again, you have 13 different districts, regions, whatever you want to call them. But you need at least 1 justice for each of them. So that way they are reviewing their district, their region, whatever it is. And then they can bring forth the ones that, that need to be brought forward, right? They can bring, if they see one that's worthy of a Supreme Court ruling, then they can bring that one forward. So those are the 2 things I know about.
Yeah, and yeah, I think we do need term limits and stuff like that. You would think when you get to like your 80s or like that, you want to sit back and kick back, should be able to enjoy your life and hang out in the sun or whatever it may be you want to do, like you put in your time, you work, you know what I mean? You paid into the system, you paid your taxes now, chill and, relax a little bit,
I mean, if
enjoy
you
it with
still
your
want to work,
grandkids.
go write a book or something, or go do some, what they call them, the speaking, engagements and
Hmm.
stuff at different colleges and stuff like that.
Yeah, that is good too, right there. Go out and speak, and but sometimes, yeah, you don't want to be 80 something in the Supreme Court, and they're not reflecting the from the citizens, the view of the citizens and stuff like that.
Mm.
You know,
I know when
so.
I hit 80, I don't want to be doing nothing I don't want to do. Okay.
And those tasks are daunting too. You have to read, you have to review, you have to look up. It's daunting, It's like the presidency too.
Well, I
It
mean,
it,
and
it
another
takes
sad
a
part
lot.
about it is they've got all these aides, right? So, I mean, I'm not saying that they don't read, but most of that stuff, their aides read that stuff and then brief them on what they read, give them a summary of what they read. I mean, I'm hoping that they actually go back and read, something that makes them want to rule on something, right? But who knows, man? In today's world, I mean, the way they've been acting and some of the stuff they've done lately, I mean, some things that they ruled on. I mean, the plain text of the Constitution is very, very clear, but somehow or other they see some alternate factor, alternate reality in there that that makes them say, okay, well, no, we're going to rule it on it this way, and it just don't work. It just don't, So,
Mhm.
and I think it's just a lot of it. You know what? I'm tired of all of these young whippersnappers, and I'm going to make sure that whatever. I mean, I ain't trying to hear all that, right? I mean, let it come
It's
on.
like
The
you're trying to
law,
impose your opinion into somebody.
that part, your opinion, and that
Hmm.
is not a good, what they call juror of the law. This is what they're supposed to be. They're supposed to, without prejudice, be able to interpret the law, and then especially when law is written in plain text, then there's no interpretation to be done. It's all plain, it's right there. It's the verbiage of the law, of the
It's in black and
Constitution.
white. It's in black and white on the paper.
Exactly. So
Mm-hmm.
it's crazy. It's really, really crazy. So I mean, I hope they get some of this stuff straightened out. I mean, again,
Yeah.
that.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I'm good.
Well, we could switch a little lanes a little bit. First ever break dancing competition on the Olympics, guys, in a few days. I forgot. They told me yesterday that I don't know if it was August 7. I can't really remember off the top of my head, but it's the first competition. A lot of people are excited. Ask your A lady, ask your smart device, ask your S lady. She could give you more information. So a lot of people are excited. So I might take a look and watch. I hope they have the scripted audio. Will be dope. And if they don't, we need to do something when they come to Los Angeles because we need it to be described. We shouldn't be left out from the Olympics and knowing what's going on. But yeah, so the U.S. is taking gold, and guess what, guys? The women are winning more gold than the men.
Well, I mean, it's girl power time right now, my brother. I'm sorry, it's just girl power.
They're
We got
stepping up with the
they
athlete game.
stepping up, man. I mean, well, no matter every aspect of my life right now. I mean, like I said, we got the women in the Olympics are winning, and we got women in our political party that are moving forward. We got women in Blind United that's dominating a couple nights a month now. So, man, I'm just, I'm more for women, girl power. I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they've been held back for far too long, and
that is true. They've been held back for so long, and they contribute so much to our society. They keep us going. When we're out there in the world doing what we're doing, they take care of the house, they take care of the kids. They pay bills. You know what I mean? Man, they do a lot.
I get it. I totally do. So, on that note, Britt, we got anybody else in the comments, sweetie?
Just Monica holding it down. She said,
Monica holding it down. So, on the note of girl power, you got something you want to share?
Of course. Blind United, we now have a ladies' night. So that's Tuesday. That's every second and fourth Tuesday of every month. We have fitness. We have makeup and makeup application. We talk about the different makeups, the different face moisturizers, how to feel beautiful in and out. Miss Aletha, she's the one who does makeup, and she's very much into positive affirmation. So having the women, say you are beautiful, you are smart, you're all these great, wonderful things. So we do that. And then after that, we have a support group with Vanetta Del Castillo, and she is a counselor, and she's awesome. Ed has known her for years, so Ed could vouch on her awesomeness, but she's great. So come hang out with us for ladies' night.
And again, that's going to be the second and fourth Tuesday of every month. And that will actually start, I believe it's going to start at 5 p.m. Wait a minute, no. It's going to start at 4, ain't it, Britt? With the fitness now?
I don't know. My whole life is just Blind United. Eat, sleep.
Yeah, it's going to start at 4. So it's going to start at 4 with fitness. Then 5 is makeup and skincare. And then 6 is the support group.
Wow.
So, 3 hours in a row, all ladies. So, hey,
come hang out with us.
Come hang out with the ladies. And I mean, from what I heard, somebody told me they dropped in there the other night, and y'all had like 17 people up in there. Wow. So there's big numbers jumping off over there. So
17? Wow, that's a lot of people. That's crazy.
yeah, so
Yes, and the
But
ladies, more
since we're
power to
getting
the
towards
ladies.
the end,
more power to the ladies. Let them
more
do what
power
they
to the
do.
ladies. Yeah.
I mean, I ain't mad at you.
That's cool. Hey, that makeup class, that's something new. That's cool. That's pretty dope. They got crocheting also going on. If you're into that,
Yeah, they got all types of stuff going on.
And that's at info@blindunited.org, guys. You could reach us there. You could drop an email to Ed. Pretty soon, that one will go to all of us.
Well, no. So just so y'all know, I'm getting my computer plugged in, and as soon as I get my computer plugged in, everybody's gonna get those info emails.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Everybody on the team is gonna get those info emails, not just me. So,
damn, Ed has had his plan all that.
Well, I mean, we don't learn that lesson that we read, Pedro, from Envision. I mean, not Envision, but AppleVest. You know what I'm saying? You can't have one person just, as the only person can do this and do that. It's got to be spread out amongst everybody. That way, if one person falls, the rest of the team is there to be able to carry it on through. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Somebody got to pick up the ball and run,
Yeah.
So that's what it all boils down to.
Thank you, fellas. So good job, fellas.
Well, we thank you for coming in and hanging out with us, Tish. Britt, as always, we appreciate you, sweetheart. My brother Pedro. Either one of y'all got a final comment before we get out of here?
YouCanGive.org, you guys. YouCanGive.org. You gotta beat up old raggedy Kane.
That's right.
You can donate it to YouCanGive. So if you go on YouCanGive.org's website, you get the shipping label, you can ship it to Jimmy. Or if you want, you can email Ed at info@blindunited.org. He'll send you a shipping label. Or if you see Ed out in the street, you can give him your old beat up raggedy cane. Or if you can't donate that way, you can always go on their website, youcangive.org, and donate money. Every little bit helps, guys. But wait, there's more. You can also go on customcane.com and you can get you some canes and cane accessories. So you can get you a cane light, a cane holster, different cane tips. They even have, aluminum grade? What kind of special space age?
Aircraft grade aluminum.
Aircraft grade cane.
All right.
So if you want to get you...
Bottom line, that's a stronger aluminum than that can you drink your soda out of.
Ooh.
and me, I'm about to head out to go see Deadpool and Wolverine.
All right.
With audio descriptive, guys.
Well, I hear you. So anyway, I hope everybody has a magnificent Monday, as my girl Kara would normally say. And again, I'm sorry, this is that 5th week, so we don't have any interest groups until Friday when the movie comes out. So, but we will be here every day, same bat time, same bat channel. So, on that note,
a week off, guys.
Yeah, man. Well, but I'm working on trying to get this other computer up and running. So.
Okay.
I'm off, but I ain't off, right?
Working behind the scenes.
Right. So, but also, if you can, run over there to YouTube, like, subscribe, Blind United over there. We're trying to build those numbers up as best as we can over there as well. So
hit that notification bell.
All of that kind of good stuff. So on that note, everybody have a great day. We will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a great day.